Good morning, everybody out there. Good morning, world. And this is Dale Ray. I am founder and director of Gaining Ground. It is a program for mid-low income, at-risk youth who have difficulties or at risk of becoming violent, drug alcohol dependent, juvenile delinquent, recidivism, truancy, gang affiliated. And you know what? We do a lot here. And today, I am a certified chaplain, anger management, and domestic violence facilitator. Excuse me. And my story, if you don't know, is I was out there for over 20 years. Crack addiction and alcohol, homelessness. I was a regular resident at the state prison. But today, through the grace of God, I have 12 years clean. I really want to thank some of the sponsors we have out there, most definitely, and Walmart, who has sponsored us and sent us a check. And that check was well needed. And I am so grateful that you believe in what we're doing. We are a preventive program to assist and transform the lives of the troubled teens out there who are involved in a lot of negative lifestyle stuff. I want to thank y'all. And today's program is part 2 of disappointments. I want to say that someone helped me to get clean. They helped me clean my act up. And this organization that I am a big part of wants to do the same. We are also working with Houston, Texas ex-offenders, those that are scheduled for release within a year. And our intention here at Gaining Ground is to extend our efforts to help these men and women in becoming productive and solid citizens in our communities today. We need your assistance to make this happen. We have 2 offices. Having a facility will help to accomplish this dream. The programs we have in mind are business communication and life skills. Of course, the fatherhood of mentoring young adults, young daddies, wannabe daddies, are at risk of becoming fathers. Our goal is to raise $350,000 to really purchase a building, and we want it to be a fixer-up building, even a dilapidated building. Me and my staff is going to roll up our sleeves and do what we need to do as far as making this dream come true. We can use your help, as I said out there. Please go to www.gainingground.us. That's our website. You can scroll down and click on the PayPal icon and give what you can. It all adds up. If it's a nickel, it adds up. Or you can make your checks or money orders payable to Dale Ray Smith, founder and director, /Gaining Ground. Also, you are welcome to click on video library on that website and see some of the men and women and, of course, teens at risk that we really try to reach through presentations. I want to thank y'all so much for joining me on this fantastic day. And you know what? When I got clean and sober, I wanted to speak at recovery programs. I wanted to tell these troubled teens also, to tell the ex-offender how I got over. And I needed to tell those who have given up on ever finding a life of normalcy again that you can make it through the rain. And I know I had something to offer. It's called Streetology. And I bring to you experience, not from no book, but from the streets, from experiences. And how to avoid falling into that ditch like I did. so many times. There is somebody out there that needs encouragement. That's why I'm here on the radio broadcast, Gaining Ground, to say that I was out there on crack mission for a long time. There was also a time I ate out the garbage. I also dressed out the garbage. But that's what the addiction will do to you. It'll bring you to your lowest point. But as I say, here I am today, living in a home and eating food that I've always wanted to eat. We're talking about disappointments today. And my philosophy is that there is no greater investment than being a people builder. I'm going to say to you, don't let disappointments slow you down, my friend. And even when you feel all hope is gone, get up and go another round. Just like Ali, when he got his jaw broke, he got up and went another round. And if you can't keep the big promise to yourself, then keep the little one. Just take one day at a time, and I'm sure you'll get there. But it takes work. You got to do your part. And remember, no pain, no gain. This is Dale Ray with the organization Gaining Ground. Just go to the website, www.gainingground.us or www.daleraysmith.com. And remember, you can email me at dsmith_lifecoach@yahoo.com. And I'll stand by you if you are trying to get there. I am a life coach. I am a mentor. Today we are talking about disappointments. And we all know that there are plenty of disappointments to go around. But to accept them doesn't mean passive resignation to those problems. You just can't stop fighting the good fight of faith, especially for what you believe in. You got to hope for better days ahead. If you can just hope for a more favorable circumstance for the future. That's what I had to do when I was strung out on crack and alcohol for 20 years. But I also realized that I had to take that first step towards freedom. And here I am today through the grace of God with 12 years clean. I am here, and I want to thank my listeners for joining me on this glorious day. I've said it through many times on my shows that Gaining Ground is a non-profit 501c3 organization that is geared toward helping men and women, youth, adults who've fallen by the wayside to get back up, get back in the race, to get back in the game we call life. We challenge these teens at risk to envision and learn to navigate a course that can be rewarding, but it's also rewarding for us here at Gaining Ground to see them become productive citizens in society and to give back to their community instead of standing on the corner selling drugs. But today, our organization is about saving lives, helping people to transform. It's all about all of us being a link in the change. And that means you, my listener. There's an old saying, it takes a neighborhood to raise a child. And I need you to stand with us. My staff and I are dedicated to transforming the lives of the men and women out there who are in their drug addiction. And together, as a society, as our community, we can show them that there's a better life. We can show them that they can be productive and make a positive contribution to society and their community. I want to thank everybody for joining me out there. Who ever knew that me, sleeping on the ground, incarceration, homelessness, a crack addict for over 20 years, that would be right here on the radio speaking to the world. Today we're talking about disappointments, and I'm grateful, I'm humble. When you find yourself buckling under the storm of disappointment, turn to a real friend. That's what I had to do. And my passion is to inspire, to motivate those who need a hand up. And it's hard sometimes, but you got to tell yourself, as I did many times, that this is not a destination, but a journey. One thing I've learned as a recovering addict is that we all have a core of strength that lives deep inside of us. God has given us that. It's a mindset that allows us to overcome adversities when they show up. You have it, and I have it. Reach down and get it. And I want to say thank you, everyone out there who are joining me on this brand new show. Thank y'all so much. And if you have any ideas that you want me to talk about, then by all means, mail me at dsmith_lifecoach@yahoo, and I'll bring it to the air. I don't think I mentioned on the broadcast that maybe I did, that I'm also a certified chaplain, that I provide spiritual guidance to families and individuals in a time of crisis. You can get in touch with me if you need me, if it's an emergency situation. Sometimes people don't want to talk about it, but I also assist at funerals and, of course, weddings. And if you or somebody you know have experienced a traumatic event, a disaster, get in touch with Dale Ray. I'll be there for you. But I also speak at recovery programs, high schools, jails, prisons. This is my passion, and it's about giving back 100%. We're talking about facing disappointments today, people, and we all face them in good times and bad times. And a lot of times, we are disappointed in our dreams and our aspirations that aren't realized, or our kids are participating in bad and destructive behavior. But even though all this is happening, we can still face on the good things that have happened in our lives. Even when we battle loss, like I experienced the loss of my daughter Marianne, and God bless her, it hit me hard. But I had to look at the glass as half full, and that was at least she didn't have to suffer no more. Because while she was here, while she was out there, she suffered a lot. But I want to share that my daughter also had the AIDS virus besides crack and alcohol from a guy who she thought was all right. And so I say to those teens out there, be careful. You might be sleeping with the enemy. And guess what? This man, this monster, was also the father of her children. There was nothing I could do about her situation, not even her death. And so I had to change the way I looked at it. And so to my listeners out there, I realize that it's so easy to believe that a situation is hopeless. But if you can keep reminding yourself to keep hope alive, and despite the fresh pain of disappointment, you still have that ability to hope for good things to you. It will come to you if you just hold on. I'm Dale Ray, and I'm coming to you live on the air today. How great thou art. To those who are in their addiction, stop wallowing in self-pity. That's what I did. That's what I did for 20 years. I had a carpet cleaning business in Hawaii. I lost it behind circumstances that weren't my fault, and still I wallowed in self-pity. It drove me crazy. It drove me to drugs for many years. I medicated myself by smoking crack every day. And I guess you can say I gave my emotions a lot of power. Not only that, but when I started doing drugs, I allowed my emotions to push away the